what you in the mood for. Just chill at the dance floor. You tell me if you're down.
We can make a plan instead of talking. We could check the vibe up in the room. Just saying I'm not one to just talk, babe. So tell me what we gonna do.
You wanna pull up with your friends and then come over. Cause I don't feel like sending one more text. Come over. We can slow it down tonight. When you get here, just come inside.
We can slow it down tonight. When we wake up, we'll decide.
You wanna pull up with your friends, then bed. Come over. Cause I don't feel like sending one more text. Come over. You wanna pull up with your friends, then bed. Come over. Cause I don't feel like sending one more text. Come over.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting Friday night. We're back for another episode of Show and Tell Live. First, as every good meeting starts, we'll cover old business. So thank you, Macaroni Brie, for the bits and the tier 2 subscription. Much obliged. And of course, thank you for Control Quinn for the host. Love to see a fellow friend here on the stream. But before we get into it, I cannot do it alone. Hard as I've tried. So let's go ahead and bring in the rest of the crew. If they worked on a farm, they would work in the windmill. It's Alex.
Hey, E-I-E-I-O, am I right?
Up next, if they worked at the dentist office, they would just hand out lollipops. It's Max.
You want something sweet? How about something neat?
Oh, if you rhyme, it's automatically better. Up next, if they worked at a school, they'd be the crossing guard. It's Dan.
Hey, come across the road.
Thanks for carrying us to the other side.
I wanted to set you up and then leave you hanging.
That's
Come across
what every good crossing guard does.
Yep.
Explode.
They
Leaves
set
the
you
kid
up.
hanging, yeah.
And lastly, if they worked in a factory, they'd come in as a clown. It's Steve.
I've got black lung.
Keeping us rolling.
We're gonna
That's
say
what I
that no
like
matter
to say.
what Dom said.
Please, I just need health insurance.
Some actors can cry on cue. Steve can cough on cue. Very impressive training. He went to Juilliard. We've got a lot of fun things planned for tonight. So thanks for sticking with us. Excited to see everyone. Always a pleasure. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it with one of our favorite ways to kick off the show. Comment thread. So what we're gonna need from the chat is we're gonna need some one-word syllables or one-syllable words. That's what we need. That one. Just things like pig or hat or car. Basically anything that you wouldn't want to draw in that game of Pictionary we did Tuesday. That's what we're looking for right now.
Oh, Scooby-Doo, thanks for the 300.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Much
you so
much.
obliged.
And I agree. Let's go!
Let's go.
Yeah. Hey Charv, hey Tiro, and
Alrighty.
hey Shame. What else we got? Who else we got?
Who's floating around out there in the
Charles.
sea of Chatland?
Nice to see you,
Guys, this desk I am sitting at right now is fascinating. Here's a magnifying glass that's shaped suspiciously like half of a handcuff.
Put it on your hand. Put it on over your face.
Yeah, can do the big eye.
Do the
thing.
big
That is kind of cynical.
Sherlock.
Oh.
A little to your left.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Baconborn.
Hey, Bacon!
Bacon. Good to
Go
see you.
I
Boots!
forgot I have to
Secondary,
look
of
at the
course.
camera.
Oh, there it is. Whoa.
All right.
Like Harriet the Spy.
All right, let's get
We got the shot.
a closer look at some of this brain. Whoa!
Whoa! Oh, alrighty. I'm thinking of not dollars, but the thing that's like a penny is one of, or a nickel is five of. It's a
Oh, you're thinking of cents.
yeah.
I'm thinking of how great camping is and the equipment that you use.
Oh, no. You're thinking of tents. I'm thinking of our dumbass vice president.
No, you're thinking of pence. I'm thinking of a colloquial name to refer to your people who birthed you. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're thinking of rents? I'm thinking of the second part of Mercedes. It's a type of car.
Oh, you're thinking of bents. I'm thinking of what happens when you damage that car and you have to buff it out later.
Oh, you're thinking of dents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of the giant tree people from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Oh, you're thinking of Wentz? Oh God!
And
You've dishonored Treebeard. How dare
You
you?
got him.
Dan,
You asked the one person in our group that
He doesn't know what that is.
Wentz was my backup, actually.
Mine was Gents.
Again, you're telling
Here's the
me
thing.
Carson
I was going
Wentz
to say-
isn't in Lord of the Rings.
Carson Wentz.
I was going to say that thing that you do when you pay monthly to stay at a place for rents, and then Max went and did colloquialism for parents, and I was like, oh great, I can't do it now in the dumbest way possible. That's my word with a worse version of that word.
true.
No, you got it, Max. Don't back down.
Thanks.
And Dan fades into the ether.
Yeah.
Wow, you've really upped that grayscale effect,
Yeah.
Dan.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for the
Scooby Doo
sub.
with the sub.
Heyo.
Hey, Scooby Doo. Wow.
Scooby
11
Doo.
11
months.
months.
That's insane. You're
I didn't
a
think
legend.
that was possible.
Does that mean the baby's coming? Fuck.
Motion design.
Oh no, they're twins. Another
Oh,
nightmare.
no. Oh,
Emotion.
amazing.
So
Well, thank
actually,
you all.
that's funny. I think for a lot of streamers, they kind of consider the 9-month sub to be like the stream baby, because a typical pregnancy is 9 months, you know. So
Yeah.
technically, Scooby Doo is almost a year.
All right,
but Motion
Dom.
Baby
Give
was
us
just
give
born.
us the next one.
I'm thinking of the thing that has words in it, and we bind it. You check it out at the
Oh.
library.
You're thinking of a book.
Mm.
I'm thinking of that chess piece that I'm pretty sure is the castle.
No, you're thinking of a rook. I'm
Okay.
thinking of a horror villain who climbs in the walls and was found in the
You're thinking of the Babadook. I'm thinking of that piece of shit capitalist raccoon that traps you into an agreement of staying on an island against your will.
Oh, you're thinking of Nook. I'm thinking of a slang term for when you're shaken by the sheer audacity of something.
Oh, you're not thinking of stirred. You're thinking of shook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of that fucking pirate that chases kids around all day.
No, you're thinking of Captain Hook.
Mm.
I'm thinking of what you might do in a library when you're trying to find a good book.
Oh, you're thinking of look? I'm thinking of that thing that you did to the book once you found it.
Took?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of someone who breaks into your house and steals from you.
Oh, you're thinking of a crook. I'm thinking I'm out.
I didn't have any other ones either.
I think I had it.
Oh,
Join
I'm
me.
like
Join me.
desperately
was
looking at
sweating
each
there.
letter like, which one?
Yeah, you start rolling through them. You're like A, B, C, D, E.
Well, I got my keyboard right in front of me.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Nobody
It's easier.
did what the fuck? Like Char.
Oh, well,
I'm thinking of a really angry Irish
Cockney
man.
person.
Yeah.
We did book though.
Yeah, books was
Book
the
was the
starting
first
one.
one.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Zip zaps out.
I'm thinking, dude, get out of here. I'm thinking of the thing a turtle wears on its back.
No. You're thinking of a shell. I'm thinking of the place that you go if you don't say enough prayers.
No. You're thinking of hell. I'm thinking of that thing that you do after you show people something.
You're thinking of Tell. I'm thinking of the computer company that's original branding was
No.
about cows.
You're thinking of Dell.
Oh,
I'm
right.
thinking of the thing that Lucifer did when he was when he left heaven.
No, you're thinking of Fell. I'm thinking of that one director that made a bunch of funny stuff that really didn't age very well.
You're thinking of Mel.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a brass object that rings a lot.
No. You're thinking of a bell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of a thing that no, I don't have anything.
Oh. Wow, that Mel Brooks reference got me thinking there for a second.
I was just like
hanging in there
I
like
did not have it.
when you started with director, I'm like Orson Welles is a stretch of a rhyme.
Everyone knows Orson Welles did not age well.
Citizen Kane aged so poorly, you know.
So
I mean,
poorly.
Do people agree that Mel Brooks' stuff is kind of like?
I agree
not
that
great now?
I agree that there is some hard stuff in there, particularly from like an LGBT representational standpoint. But I do think that a lot of the other I think the commentary of it still holds up extremely well.
Yeah, I think there's still definitely a lot of comedy. Like, I didn't mean to just straight up say like Mel Brooks' stuff is bad now. I just feel like some
it's
of
of
that
its
stuff
time.
can be seen as pretty problematic.
It's of its time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Alex, the finals. Let's see.
Bring it on. Going second in the finals is always the hardest because you gotta
Maybe.
find out what the word is and immediately try to turn one around.
That's true.
Right. That is a fair point.
Got no prep time.
I'm thinking of a video game character who constantly has to save Zelda.
No. You're thinking of Link. I'm thinking of that thing you do with your eyes to keep dust out of them.
No, you're thinking of Blink. I'm thinking of the mechanism by which two chain pieces are held together.
No, you're thinking of Link again?
It is Link again! No! I'm throwing! No! I threw it!
And again, the
What a way to go.
cerebellum or whichever one wins, I don't know. Who knows?
I threw. I could have gone on for 1,000 years on that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was tragic. Yeah. So this is the part of the show where I ask, how's everyone's week going? Chatland?
While everyone's figuring that out, we do have a merch board.
Yeah.
From last week, so let's check it out.
Whoa.
I'm a real choke. That's nothing new. Doesn't even lift, bro. This is in reference to Alex's overturned your freedom from the
My
courtroom.
innocence.
Was proven. Well, Scoob, I'm glad you're doing good now. I don't know what got you there, but I hope it treats you well. Speaking of having a few drinks, my roommate's got a bar cart, which they're downstairs right now mixing cocktails with.
A bar cart.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming apparently.
Has anybody-
They rearranged our entire living room and got a bar cart, so that's exciting.
Has anybody seen the show? Oh my God, Flea Market Flip.
No.
So
I love Flea
yeah,
Market
so
Flip.
Flea Market Flip is a
Jeez.
great show, but I swear to God, it's all people that just show up to flea markets that are in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, that are from New York, and half of the shit they make are just bar carts.
No. Those flea markets are in Massachusetts, and the selling flea market is in New York.
Wow, the lore of the show sounds deep
It doesn't
and
change the
complex.
fact that half of what they make are bar carts.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that they make is like, really? You did that? Why? Because that's so boring.
I don't know about that, but I did watch a lot of Antique Roadshow. Does that count for anything?
Were they bar carts?
No, usually never.
I used to love that show.
Used to?
I
What
feel like-
happened? Was there a dark episode that I don't know about?
No, it's just, I don't have cable anymore. But like when I was a child, when I was like about 10 years old, I watched the randomest shit on like Saturday mornings. A lot of the times it was like cartoons, but I watched like poker tournaments so often as like a 10-year-old. And like infomercials, I love
yeah.
infomercials.
Do you know the Magic Bullet's the best cinematic masterpiece ever
Yes!
made? It's
Oh
my sister and I would
God.
watch it multiple times. It's the
Oh,
best
Magic
infomercial
Bullet.
ever made.
I literally got a Magic Bullet for my birthday because I liked that infomercial so
Yeah. Happened to my family as well. Absolutely.
Guys, you realize what this means, right?
What?
It worked on you.
Yeah, 100%. 1,000%. It's these
You
two.
are the end result they were going for.
It's these two spray tanned people hosting this casual dinner party that like turns into like one of those Tupperware parties. And the people are so like the acting, they're so invested in how this Magic Bullet works. And the host and hostess are just like, it's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
It's just the best thing ever made. And they're like, tell us more. And you're on the edge of your seat. You're on your couch. You're like, tell us everything you know, please. We're gonna do a review stream of just this.
Oh my god.
get this script and recreate this commercial.
It's so good.
Oh, let's recreate it.
I kind of really want to now.
It's so good. Chat, what's the dumbest thing you've ever bought off of a television commercial?
Me and Dan are now living in the same house, and like, I've just been there for like the past like 3 days. But like in the past 3 days, there's been like 4 times where we just are talking, and we're like, such a good stream idea.
Yeah.
It's
gonna
That's
be-
dangerous.
Another 9-month baby, Ethan.
Oh, another one comes into
Ethan,
both.
thank you so much.
You should name this one Ethan.
Hey
And
fam.
what, Ethan?
We should name
Our
this
new
baby.
stream baby.
Oh,
Yeah. So, how many of you, chat, show of hands, how many of you have a magic bullet in your household somewhere?
Show of hands.
Show of hands. Put your hands up. There's that little one hand you wrote. Put this person in chat if you have a magic
Scooby-Doo,
bullet.
thanks for the bid.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Mac and Breed, they got the hand.
oh no.
This is
This is
Yeah,
good.
everybody say hello if you bought the magic bullet.
this is what people call high engagement, and it's
Yes. Yes. We're quality streamers.
Can we, do Dom or Max, do either of you actually own and possess a magic bullet?
I don't. It was my sister's.
Okay,
but-
because we'll have to buy one for the infomercial recreation.
It's at my house at home. I guess I can like go home to Massachusetts and pick it up.
It's true. That's where all of the flea markets are.
Yeah.
The lore runs deep.
And then
We
you can
come full
turn
circle.
that magic bullet into a bar cart.
It all works out.
My dad loves flea markets, and they're
Oh.
actually really cool to go.
Oh, I love flea markets.
I do too. Let's go ahead and roll into our next game. So we're gonna be playing customer service. So what we're gonna need for this is other than a magic bullet, because I think we
can't be a magic bullet.
can't be a magic bullet, but other than a magic bullet, what would be an unusual object for a country to put as its new symbol on a flag? Recently, New Zealand redid its flag. Picture this, right? Mexico comes to us and they're like, hey, we're changing the flag. That eagle thing not working out for us anymore. We're keeping the colors, but we're gonna put a nice weird object on it. What are we gonna do? Everyone immediately says, what are we gonna do? Seinfeld is the ambassador of Mexico right now. That's what we
What's
are.
the deal with eagles?
Churros!
Imagine if they did put a magic bullet on a flag.
That would be pretty rad.
Yeah.
Interesting. On my Animal Crossing island, I did put a magic lamp on our on our flag, so I sympathize deeply. It's a good look, really. Good ass lava lamp. Let's go ahead and do Froggy Chair. I see you, crap stuff. I see what you're about. Yeah, you know what, Ocean Design? We're gonna go with your suggestion of a Weird Al Yankovic. I'm gonna change it just a little bit and make it a Weird Al Yank CD, but that's what we're gonna go with. A good old-fashioned Weird Al Yankovic CD. And now we'll go to the company that sells those. Steve.
Hello, welcome to Weird Al and Weird Al accessories. How may I be of service to you today?
Yeah. So listen, I just feel like this whole setup that I got going on here, this CD, it's just not weird. It's not that weird anymore. I'm not surprised. There's so much weirder out there that, like, it's really nothing that weird to me.
Oh, that's a shame. Now, we do have an upgraded package if you would like to upgrade your CD to include 5 more weirdness factors to it.
5 weirdness factors?
Yeah, 5. So the original base count is about 10 weirdness factors. So with the upgraded account, you can get 5 more, which is basically just buying half a CD.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, okay, I think I'll set myself up for that package.
Sure thing. Expect some bananas in the mail tomorrow.
Okay, great, thank you.
Bye-bye. Click. Hello, and welcome to Weird Al and Yankovic Incorporated.
Yeah.
How may I help you today?
Hi, yes. I ordered my Weird Al music, but I really thought it was going to be coming on vinyl. I really cannot listen to CDs. I really just need the reverberation and the deeper tones of vinyl. It's the only way to really listen to music. So, can we get this sorted out?
Yes. Now, it seems that you signed up for the basic package. So let me see what I can do here. I can guarantee you a couple options of vinyl here. We have the Funko Pop vinyl of Weird Al Yankovic, and we've also got 3 other vinyl statues not sponsored by Funko Pop. If you are interested.
No, I'll take the Funko Pop one. Yeah, I'm
All right, yeah. Just put this one in your phonograph sideways and spin it, and it should play the music.
Nice. All right, thank you so much.
Hello, and welcome to Weird Al and Yankovic. How may I help you today?
Hello, I purchased your CD, which it said greatest hits, mega stuffed on weird factors. It said 2 times the weird factor. I found it's far too weird for my liking.
Oh, too weird. Now, would you say that you are incapable of listening to good music?
Well, I mostly listen to classical or sometimes punk from the 70s.
Ah, wonderful. So you are allergic to good music. Now, if you really want to, experience the full package, we can sign you up for the Weird Al Festival that will be happening just next month. I can set you up for some VIP tickets.
Okay, I do have quite a severe condition where I will break out into hives. Will that become apparent?
It probably will, but the more hives, the merrier. I think we got a couple beekeepers coming along, so you should be right at home.
Okay, I guess you've sold me.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, and have a weird day.
All right.
Hello, welcome to Albert and Yankovic. How may I weird you today?
I was listening to the CD, and it got to track number 3, which is Eat It, and so I did. And it doesn't feel very good now.
Well, you're just having some digestive issues. I would suggest either taking a couple laxatives, or they have yogurt for that now that makes you poop better. It'll just run it right through your system so that there will only be slight internal bleeding from the sharded CD fracture.
Is any of the weirdness going to diffuse into my body and make me weirder as a person?
Almost definitely. Have you heard about microplastics?
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'm already
they're
weird.
They're like little pieces of plastic that break off. That's what happens to weirdness when you consume it. And soon you'll be breaking out in weird hives that are both scratch and sniff and scented. And better yet, you get a 2-for-1 coupon.
How do I get the coupon? Where does it come from?
It comes from your hives.
Oh, that's weird. That's really weird.
It is, isn't it?
All right, well.
It's like a branding thing.
I'm gonna go eat that yogurt now.
Okay, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, welcome to Weird Yal Vankanik.
Yeah, hi. I just want to start off by saying I am a mother, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I purchased this CD for my child. I thought it was something like Kids Bop. It's not Kids Bop. It's a disgrace to music, all right? And I, as a mother, want retribution and my money back and more.
Well, so I'm hearing a lot of negativity coming from you.
Yeah.
And we're just very deeply sorry about that. How much of an apology do you want? Do you want the standard package? That'll be $3.99, or the deluxe package, which is $17.99, where we publicly apologize to you and your child.
Oh, don't think I'm gonna skimp out. I want the deluxe apology, all right?
All right, and can I supersize that for you?
Oh yeah, what does the supersize get me again?
The supersize allows you to return any faulty products, and we'll send you brand new ones that should be way up to code, and also allow you to complain about them on Facebook.
Oh wow, and I'm seeing it online. That's only $3.99 more for a supersize?
Yeah, and we actually pre-generate an anger post for you so that you can just hit send, and it's ready to go.
Oh great, in the newspaper I saw a clipping for this coupon that gets me 50% off the supersize. Could I use that also?
Oh, that one's expired. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to pay for it.
I really hate you guys. All right, I'll send you my credit card info.
All right, thank you, and have a great day. Hello, welcome to the last time you're calling Weird Al Yankovic.
Hi there. I have a little issue with one song in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I loved almost all of them, except there was this one, Amish Paradise, that I found to be quite distasteful.
Okay, and what seems to be the complaint with the song, sir?
You see, me and my family are in fact Amish.
Mm-hmm.
And we found it to be, like I said before, very distasteful for what I consider to be pretty obvious reasons.
Is it because you do not believe in paradise?
Well, I found it to be degrading to the Amish people. We do consider our land to be quite paradisical, but it felt like a parody.
Well, sir, sometimes in art you have to take strong social commentary in check, in strides, and otherwise we wouldn't get new ideas out there. And stifling new ideas is really the destruction of progress, sir.
That's an interesting take. My other concern was that you only sold it on CD, which really kind of requires electricity to use, which also upset us.
Oh, well, we do have a yodeling package if you want to send us your credit card information. We'll send a yodeler down there to actually perform it live for you.
I would, you know what, I would really enjoy that, and so would my family. How much is the package?
All right, the yodeling package will be $17.99, credit card only. We do not accept cash.
Ooh, a credit card only. Do you have the clunk clunk machine that they had in the 50s?
Yeah, we have all of those machines.
Okay, great. I'm going to mail you my credit card, and then you have to mail it back.
All right, we're going to do that.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you.
Max, as someone who grew up in Amish country, I have a lot of questions for you about that character world building you've done. One, how are you calling them?
Yeah. Where's the phone coming
Why
from,
would an
Bob?
Amish person have a credit card? Because that's all electricity. It's electronic banking is what
Yeah,
that
but
is.
no, but here's the thing. He said he has the credit card, but you're not allowed to process it electronically.
No.
As long as you never do anything electronic to the credit card, it's just a piece of plastic.
It's true. That's a valid point.
The clunk clunk machine. You guys know
Clunk
those.
machine. Oh, yeah. I agree with Toonwit, who I know is also from Amish country. Your character was probably Mennonite, because they do have nice phones.
All right. I didn't even know that myself.
We've all learned something here today.
We really have.
I have a story that's very similar to this. So I did one of those like people to people things when I was pretty young. I don't know if you know what they are. They're basically like sleepaway camp for nerds, and they usually are only like a week or so. And it's supposed to teach you like diplomacy and working together and that kind of stuff. So I went to one in DC, and it was just like tours of the monuments and stuff like that. But my roommate was from Texas, and my other roommate was from California. And the one from Texas, we were just chatting, and he's like, "Oh, you're from Pennsylvania?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I heard there's a lot of cows there." I was like, "There are." And then I was like, "You're from Texas?" I heard there's a lot of like cowboys. He's like, "There are." Yeah. But then he goes, "So tell me, what's the deal with, you know?" And I go, with what? He goes, "The Amish." And I go, what do you mean? What's the deal with the Amish? He goes, "Well, you know, that's like one of them things, right?" And I'm like, he's getting real cagey. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Like what things? And he goes, "You know, like one of them Bigfoot things." And I was like, what? And he's like, I was like, "Well, like, are they real?" I was like, "They are very real." I was like, "I've seen them." And he's like, "Okay." And I was like, "No, I literally see them all the time." But
we've talked about this story before, but
Yeah.
I completely forgot. It was so long ago. Oh my God, I love that so much.
I was like, "Nope, they're real. They're a real thing."
Nope, not on this show. On this show, the Amish are officially cryptids.
Yeah. So anyways, and the thing is, that guy was probably like 13, maybe 14, old enough to know that the Amish were definitely real. But.
Yeah. They're not great.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though.
No.
It's like, Texas is a big place, and there aren't necessarily a lot of Amish down there.
The thing.
So like, I don't know. Are there? I feel like Amish is more of a like Midwestern.
Well,
thing.
it comes from like a Pennsylvania Dutch tradition, which is where that comes from.
So like,
Which comes from like a Northern Europe tradition, but yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm not that surprised that someone. I mean, it's hilarious. I love it. But like a 13-year-old, I guess I can see a 13-year-old believing that Amish are cryptids and aren't necessarily real.
I think the boldest thing is just being like, "So what's up with, you know," and you're being like, "Oh, the Amish?" Like, as if you would have. I think that's the biggest jump for me.
Yeah. Crapstar did people to people. Ah, did you get one of those snazzy polos that had like the circle of all the people on?
Yeah, kind of flexing on us, to be honest. Like, listen to these cities: London, Paris, Berlin, Belgium, Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Oof.
London,
I know.
Paris, maybe Tokyo. Anybody get that reference? That's a deep cut. That's the Lizzie McGuire movie. I'm sorry.
Classic. What a good movie.
I was gonna say, is that the lyrics on the song that goes like 10% strength and 20%, 50%?
I know.
Pretty mama.
I know that. I have a story for that too. I was gonna say, I know that like Scooby-Doo went to something that's similar to people called Hobie, which I don't remember what that stands for. It's like the Hugh O'Brien. Maybe I do know what it stands for. I think it's Hugh O'Brien Youth Conference. Maybe that's what it is. All I remember is that everyone who came back from it was really high on life for a long time. It was very annoying at my lunch table. But it sounded cool. They did a cool thing though at it that I think they were both telling me about, where they did this like just fascinating thing where they sent everyone for this like big group dinner, but then to replicate wealth distribution in the world, they gave most of the people just like the blandest rice, and then some people got like a nice like TV dinner, and then some people got like a full ass nice like cooked rotisserie chicken, and it was just chaos. And I remember because I think Scoob was telling me about it, and I was like, "Well, you should have thrown a revolution if that's the message they wanted to tell you."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, it's like supposed to be about like inequality." It's like, right, and what stimulates inequality better than a coup?
That's literally a Bob's Burgers episode.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Where they do like an experiment where most of the kids are poor.
How do I get government funding to run a camp like that where we just do 1950 style psychology experiments on children? That's just some like Stanford prison experiment stuff right there.
Like 1 year of operation, you're just gonna get shut down.
Like little Albert experiments. We're gonna condition people against things. It'll be great. That's enough. We're gonna jump into another game. We're gonna play. I forgot that's what we do on this show.
Now that this stream has gotten to the little Albert point, I think it's time to move on.
Amazing. We're gonna jump into a game called Genre Storytelling. So what we're gonna need from the chat are 4 genres. What's the genre? Buckle up. Here we go.
Oh God!
If you turn to page 19 of your textbook, you'll come to realize that upon the formation of lexical language, it became more and more difficult to express the nuance of the individual flavors that make up narrative storytelling. As a result of such evolution of our language, we needed to further come up with contextual symbolism that could be readily referenced by both auteur and audience in order to better understand the individual natures that comprise and compose the different thematic styles.
That's the longest sentence I've ever heard.
I don't think he's done yet. Are you done?
No, I'm done. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Professor.
Yes.
Using the concept of evolution to explain our thematic premises and linguistics feels like a biological determinism that I'm not prepared to accept.
Well, as you know, in Richard Dawkins' earlier work, he references the concept of a meme, which is an evolutionary term that is applied to a cultural standard, which is true, actually. Anyways, yeah, it is. That's where meme comes from. It's like Greek word is like close to cell. And the way cells replicate, so too does cultural artifacts.
So do
anyways.
memes.
These are amazing. I'm reading the chat things too. Don't worry. I'm just also.
I interviewed for this called Biomeme, was the company.
Oh.
And they were made in like 2010, so they definitely knew what a meme was.
Yeah.
So I was like, why did you name your company Biomeme?
That was back in no, I don't think memes were really around until like 2014 or 15.
No, the concept of a meme has been around for a long time.
Well,
it just took a while for it to evolve to what it is now. Because back then it was just like macro images and stuff.
Yeah, they weren't really referred to as what we consider a meme today. Back then, like before what we have now is memes, there was viral videos and sort of virality as the term designated to those kinds of things. And then that kind of went by the wayside. I think around like 2013 or 14 is when the word meme started cropping up with things like Rage comics.
Which page on the textbook should we flip to?
We're now actually in the back. We're in the annex section.
We're out of the book.
All right, I've gotten our suggestions. I've had them for a while. I've just been sitting on them.
Thank you, chat. Thank you,
chat. Honestly, these are some of the best ones I've seen in a long time too. So really, really proud of you. Steve, you will be doing an ancient poem.
Ancient poem.
Think you're like you're Beowulf. Yeah, right. Epic. That's a better way of phrasing it.
Oh, an epic. Okay.
An epic. You're Arthurian legend.
Epic win.
Max, you will be doing a soap opera.
Soap opera.
Alex, you will be doing a bedtime story.
Oh yeah.
And Dan, you will be doing an infomercial.
Got it.
The magic bullet.
Magic bullet.
Magic bullet.
I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, it's like no other piece of fiction. It's truly out of this world. All right, now what we need from chat is give us a random. You know what, chat? Give us a fun catchphrase that make a new catchphrase, right? Here's the concept, right? It's a cartoon vacuum cleaner and he constantly unplugs himself, and every time right before he goes into the existential hell of being turned off from a lack of power, he has a fun catchphrase that we're going to put on lunchboxes. What's that fun catchphrase?
Oh, man. Wow.
Max was really insistent he wanted me to have more interesting suggestion polls, and so this is what we get now.
This is
John's up to 11, so I gotta appreciate it.
I'm a
Hello,
pickle,
Morty.
Morty. Fuck.
I'm a vacuum, Morty.
I suck! Get it?
I suck. I hate myself, Morty.
Yep, Charv, that's all I needed to see. This story is called Feel the Worms. We're gonna start off with bedtime story for Feel the Worms.
All right, take it away.
You know, when good little boys and good little girls go to sleep, they have dreams. But it's what bad little boys and bad little girls happen that we're going to talk about tonight.
Soap opera.
Because
So one bad little girl and one bad little boy are standing in the kitchen. It's 3 a.m. according to the fridge, but that fridge hasn't worked in 2 days.
Infomercial.
And if you're tired of this fridge not working anymore, the little boy and the little girl, they walk around the kitchen and they're looking for the nearest appliance near them. You know, they're looking around, thinking of what's gonna come next. And that's when they see it, the thing that's gonna save the world. It's
Epic.
And the little boy and the little girl looked and looked. They looked across the land, here and far, and ultimately they were to be betrothed. And so, upon their betrothal day, many kings joined.
Bedtime story.
Oh,
and there were kings from all different lands giving them presents and gold and making them really happy about their big wedding day.
Epic.
But
Epic.
and the list of guests included Ul, the king of Ulster, Fenwick, the king of Leinster, twice
Soap opera.
And then Ul said to Kenneth, "Wait a minute, that bad little boy is my little boy." And Ul breaks out and breaks up the wedding and says, "You bad little girl, you're not right for my son because..."
Infomercial.
because you'll never understand him like I do, and she's there like, well, you're in this pickle now, what are you gonna do? Luckily, 23andMe works very quickly, all right? All you gotta do is you take it out, right, and you put a little spin in it. You ship it out, you wait a
Soap
little...
opera.
And once the 23andMe came back, the bad little girl says, "Wait a minute, we can't marry. You're right."
Bedtime story.
and the boy was so sad about this news that he cried and cried and cried, and then the whole castle got flooded with water, and everyone...
And so they must venture towards the fairy folk in order to rid the world of this water. And so the boy went to his Aunt Fairy and retrieved the water spout to...
Bedtime story.
They got the water spout and they started filling up the castle pool with all the water. And it wasn't long before
Soap opera.
And then everyone was inside the pool having a great time and maybe having some drinks. And then the bad little girl said to the bad little boy, "I never told you why we couldn't get married."
Infomercial.
They step out of the pool and they go, man, I wish I could dry faster. Luckily, with the mega towel, they wrap it around themselves. As you can see, as compared to an ordinary towel, water just seems to be sliding off here.
Epic.
And with this mega towel as the only dowry gift, you have shortchanged my family by a gift of 13 goats, a gift of 50 pounds of incense, a gift of 2 shanks of a lamb.
Soap opera.
And he said, "No, not 50 pounds of incense, 50 pounds of incest. We're brother and sister. That's what I found from the 23andMe.
Bedtime story.
And that's because the little boy and little girl were very bad and never spent time together as good siblings should. And so they didn't know that they were siblings. Yeah.
The end.
But
Wow.
wait, if you call now, you'll get an extra sibling for free.
I am question why that was called Feel the Worms, but I don't want to know now.
It's the name
Alrighty.
of the epic, all right?
That's one thin chapter. Epics
Yeah.
are long for a reason.
Well, it's
right?
more of a translation issue, but that's the title we have.
But wait, there's more. I hope there isn't. Oh wow, that was a good one. You guys are really getting good, getting chatty.
I love old texts like that because they're just full of like bullshit. Like one of their favorite things to do is just list 20 people. Never reference. Like,
My favorite is when they're like, so and so, son of so and so, son of so and so, stepson of so and so, who is real son of so and so. Anyways,
Oh my
irrelevant. That guy's the butler, and you're like, what? It's like, okay, thanks for that, I guess.
Yeah, they're like, in an epic, there are no background characters. Everyone has a story.
There are no background characters, but everyone's got background.
Well, that's like certain things become less interesting when you understand the history of them. Like once you understand that Charles Dickens got paid by the word, some of his like really descriptive, flowery language starts to feel a lot less impressive and starts to feel a lot more like he was very, very, very unhappy with himself. Like
Wait,
there's
is
a
that
reason.
true? He
Yeah,
got
for-
paid by the word?
Yeah, so sometimes that's why he'll spend like a chapter describing the knots of wood on a table, and you're like,
Oh my
oh,
God.
so artistic, and you're like, no, just lying in the pockets right there.
No.
No, I see you, Charles Dickens. I know what you're
I don't
about.
blame him, though.
Why do you think there needed to be 3 ghosts?
I
No,
respect the hustle.
Sounds like he needs to Charles quicken his storytelling. Am I right?
That's why he had to make it 2 cities, because 1 wasn't enough.
Yeah, we ordered Tale of One City. yeah, but hear me out. Now there's 2 of them. It was the best of times and the worst of times. Well, tell me
You guys,
more,
I really think there
Charlie
should be at
Dickens.
least 3 cities. No, Chuck, no.
We're
2
cutting
at
you off.
most.
Wow, we're really scraping the bottom of my knowledge of Charles Dickens at this point. We keep riffing. I'm out of material.
Why do you think Oliver had to be an orphan? Because if he had parents, there wouldn't be as much conflict.
Because then he wouldn't be able to complain about as much, and when he complains about his stuff, he gets
Yeah,
to
he's
talk
like,
more.
please, sir, may I have some more? It's like, you want some more? Yes, I want some more. You want some more? Just a page.
Are you really, really, really sure?
little known fact about Charles Dickens, he actually got paid by the amount of angsty backstories in his literature.
He would have made an amazing webcomic.
Scooby-Doo, thanks
Hey,
for
thanks for the
300.
Bits!
Hey, Macaroni B, thanks for the
Oh,
100.
We're behind
Thank you.
schedule because we can't seem to shut up tonight. So we're gonna play Swipe Right so we can keep talking, but now we're doing it as a game. See, it's very smart. What we're gonna need for Swipe Right, no fancy suggestion here. We're just gonna need some now. What?
Oh my God!
Oh, it is.
It's too.
Pushing us into our hype train.
Train.
A hype train.
Everybody
Oh,
go
thank you
choo
all.
choo.
Note to self: buy conductor hat off of Amazon. All right.
Ah.
No, we're gonna be playing Swipe Right. That's right. We're going back. We're doing singles night again. We're single. We're ready to mingle, and all we need to get started are some nouns. Go ahead and spam a noun. Any noun. You got a hot noun? Take it in.
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! What's happening?
Oh,
What is happening?
nah, too much hype. Not enough train.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Oh my goodness.
Macaroni and Brie, you
going out
mad?
swinging.
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Thank you
Also,
so
thank
much.
you to Scooby-Doo, who also gave 300 bits right before Mac and Brie gifted 10
Thank
subs.
you, honestly, all of you. Thank you so
Holy
much.
shit balls, we're level 4 hype train.
Whoa!
Just skipped right over level 2 and 3.
It's that meme. It's that meme of the kid on the stairs, and he's like all the way up.
All right, Macaroni and Brie, we'll play
Oh.
Swipe Right. Name what game you want us to play next, and we'll do it.
Yeah, whatever game you want,
Whatever.
or just describe it vaguely if you don't know the title of it. Like we don't either.
Oh
Now,
my God.
if you notice this little patch over here, you can actually clip through the wall and skip level 2 and 3 ice train and clip directly into level 4.
That's good.
All right. Well, we should I guess get started on this
I guess
game.
let's play some swipe right. We need
Oh, bacon
nouns.
board. I saw someone because you gave us a good uwu in chat. I saw someone who conjugated uwu in French. Max, it really made me think of you. But they like went through it. It was like je oui, je oulu. I don't know French. So I'm just making up sounds
That's
now.
good.
But like,
That's good. I love it.
you made me think of that bacon. Cool. How does this game work? Right. We need nouns. I'm just going with the first noun I saw. Scooby-Doo with another 300 bits!
Oh my
You
goodness.
guys are all
Same.
too much. We're still
okay.
getting our sub notifications.
Let's do a moose. A date with me is like a moose.
A date with me is like a moose because you think it's gonna be a sweet dessert and it's just a hairy animal.
Okay.
A date with me is like a moose. You really think you can ride it, but they're not really that fun.
A date with me is like a moose. It seems majestic until you get up close.
A date with me is like a moose. It's way taller than you think.
That's your whole joke.
Alrighty. Crushing it.
Alex, that's the funniest thing you've ever said in my mind.
Let's do a spatula. Also, Bacon, thank you for the bits as well. A spatula.
A spatula. Oh, okay.
Spatula.
A date with me is like a spatula because at some point one of us is probably gonna flip out.
Ooh.
A date with me is like a spatula because eventually you just gotta get under.
A date with me is like a spatula because I can make hamburgers or pancakes and that's really about it.
A date with me is like a spatula. You're gonna wish we had a spoon instead.
A date with me is like a spatula. When it crashes and burns, it's gonna stick really hard.
A date with me is like a spatula. You think I'm metal, but I'm really just silicone.
Scooby-Doo cheered 1,000 bits.
Scoob,
We're
get
so
out of
close
your
to level
mind.
5.
Oh my god, you
man.
people are
This is
crazy
oh
much
no! This is unheard of!
Oh jeez.
What are you
Folks,
people doing?
we have to
You're
keep
making
the
me
comedy
blush.
up.
Oh,
too much
everybody!
fun.
Ah,
A date with me is like a spatula because I'm a tool.
let's do vampire. A date with me is like a vampire.
Baconborn, save your money. Don't, by all means.
Yeah, you're good.
Please.
You're all good. None of that.
There's
is
so many
required.
other amazing streamers out there.
Never
we
required.
appreciate the support, but please spread the love around.
What are we dating now?
Vampire, I think.
A vampire? A date
Yeah.
with me is like a vampire because it sucks.
Hey.
A date with me is like a vampire. You think you're gonna get someone hip and with the kids, but it's really just a musty, old, cranky person.
A date with me is like a vampire, uncomfortably old-fashioned.
Oh,
A date
yeah.
with me is like a vampire. I can turn your world upside down.
Ooh.
A date with me is like a vampire. I twinkle in the sunlight.
A date with me is like a vampire. The only thing you're gonna want the whole time is a steak.
Let's do. There's some really good ones coming in here. Let's do popsicle. A date with me is like a popsicle.
A date with me is like a popsicle because it sucks.
A date with me is like a popsicle because there's always a joke, but it's never funny.
A date with me is like a popsicle. I've got a real stick up my ass.
A date with me is like a popsicle. You think I'm cool until I have a meltdown in the middle of it.
Oh.
A date with me is like a popsicle. It's possible.
A date with me is like a popsicle. You're gonna have to wash your hands after.
A date with. Go ahead.
A date with me is like a popsicle. It can be found in a van in the street.
A date with me is like a popsicle. We're both wearing a push-up.
Well, also, we're in level 5 right now.
I
just
know.
wanna say.
This is
Oh my god.
this is insane. Y'all
People
are
are
amazing.
insane.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate the love, but honestly, we ain't nothing without all of you.
Yeah, this show is only enjoyable because you're all here. So it's
Made
Honestly,
possible by
yeah.
viewers like you. Thanks for watching.
It really is. As a kid, I never understood
Yeah.
what PBS was talking about until we did show and tell. And it's like,
true.
oh shit,
It's true.
this really is only made possible by viewers like you.
I want you all to know that we have so many plans. Like, we've had multiple pitch meetings, and we have 3 separate idea documents of things that we want to do for you once we're all back in person again, which hopefully shouldn't be too much longer. We're trying to figure out ways to make it safely. But we have just a whole bunch of crazy stuff. There's going to be a cooking stream, a karaoke stream. We're working on another super secret project. Like, we've got so much that we want to do
Nuzlocke.
for you guys. There's another Nuzlocke coming. We got some collabs coming. Like, there's so much we want to give to you guys. I'm working on potentially doing a thing. Steve's working on a thing that's got deep lore in it, which is exciting. Like, I just want you to know that it means so much. We have so much that we have planned for you, and we're just so excited to bring it to you. We have a whole alternate universe stream that we can't talk about yet because it's very early development. But if you ever wanted to make fun of BuzzFeed in a meaningful way, let us know because we got that planned out. There's a lot going on, and you guys don't even know.
Yeah.
But-
If you are not already, definitely join our Discord because
Yeah.
that's where we're going to start announcing different shows, different streams that we're doing because we're hoping to start doing more and like picking up the content more than just the 2 nights a week. So absolutely join our Discord, come chat with us, and stay tuned for like all kinds of fun stuff that we're gonna try to plan and do in the future.
A date with me is like swipe right. It's a fun game, but you always want to take a break in the middle.
I think you made your point, Dan. Yeah, no, it was great. It was great.
Thank you.
For the continued bits. It means a lot. And everything, I just want you guys to know everything that happens here is just stuff we're reinvesting back into it.
Stays here.
It does.
Do we
got
make
some
ourselves
ideas
clear?
for some more stuff. But yeah, well, honestly, I think we should just jump right into our next game. Just keep things rolling along. Thank you all for your amazing suggestions. If we didn't use it this time, we'll use it next time. I promise. I swear. Absolutely. Write it down.
I swear.
We're gonna play. We're all dabbing now. I love this. We're gonna
We're
play
all dabbing.
press conference, which is great because it means we get to. Oh, we're gonna do a solo down.
Oh boy.
The wholesome PBS. Alex,
Who's
would you like
doing
to
it?
take a wholesome PBS? I think you're the one who brought PBS up.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
go
Okay.
for it. Get that carton of milk out.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. When you are here, you should know a thing or two. That's that we are supported by viewers like you. It's really great to be like PBS because honestly, childhood was the best. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, woo! Whoa. Oh, that's great. If I ever start to remember to do social media again, I'll clip that. Slacking on that front, but all right. Let's jump into our next game, press conference, which is great because Alex got to do something. Now he needs to get vote. So get out of here, Alex.
Goodbye.
Just
Hit the
get fucked.
Get vote. Yeah, get the fuck out. I know. I still what it meant. I meant what I said.
Oh, get fo. I thought you said get
An
fucked.
elephant's always fucked in the head. No, that's not how Horde works. We're gonna do press conference. So what we're going to need to do is Alex is gonna be on the news. Alex has done something either very impressive or something very not impressive. And so let's get us. What would be an impressive thing to tell your psychiatrist that you did over the weekend? Something that would really blow their mind, right? They'd be like, wow, how did you manage to do that in just one weekend? Or what even are you? Are you human? Let's start to see those suggestions roll in. And once we figure that out, we'll interview Alex and see if he can figure out what he did over the weekend. Motion design coming in strong. That's a good first suggestion.
This is,
We'll play it out, see if anything else comes up, but that's a strong choice, strong contender.
Yeah, suggestions like that is why Dom makes the big bucks here.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's why Dom keeps all of your bit money. Personally.
You have a spreadsheet. You choose not to look at it. I just want to throw that out there on the record.
All of your little channel points, and he fills up a bathtub of it, and he jumps.
I Scrooge McDuck into the channel points all the time. It does say I have infinite, which is pretty powerful. Ooh, interesting. I like Scooby-Doo's suggestion of he came up with the perfect D&D campaign. In fact, I'll even tweak it a little bit and say he played the perfect D&D campaign.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he did it. He figured it out. The perfect one, beat for beat. These are all amazing. Dive in. Whee! Dan, can we make an emote of me jumping into, or like a GIF of me jumping into a pool of channel points? Thank you. Add that to the list.
Yes. Yes,
I'm gonna add
boss.
conductor's hat and channel point dive in GIF.
Yeah, it's a ever-going list. When will it be completed?
It never will be. We're here forever.
The
All right,
world
we're
may
good.
never know.
We're good when you are. We're gonna go reel this
All right.
Alex character
I just
back
want
in.
to make sure it's centered. Oh. All right. All right, we good. Bring it back.
Fall back in, Alex.
Get your booty.
Let me know when we're live on the air.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're back on the air. Thank you all. I've established, as we did before the break, the economy is never going to recover, but we have more important things to talk about tonight. I'm gathered here with a collection of esteemed panelists, but more importantly, we have a special guest on the program here today. Would you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Chadley Badley. Despite my last name, I think that what I've done is truly revolutionary and will benefit many people for many generations to come.
You know, I think generations is a key aspect here. Certainly part of the narrative we've all grown up with. Do anyone have any questions for our Chadley or Mr. Badley?
I have a question. Mr. Chadley, now you say that this is for the benefit of people that you did this thing, but are you concerned that nobody will be able to top it?
You know, I think that this sort of one-upsmanship that we do, this sort of spinning around in circles, trying to just be better than the next person, it really doesn't make sense to me. Why not just try to, you know, do the best thing possible so that we don't have to worry about doing better?
And is it true you've really gained the maximum experience from this endeavor?
Yes, I would say that while many people admit that there is room to grow, I think that I've just about surpassed that point to where I don't think there's really too much more growth I have left.
I have a question. Now, you were the organizer and leader of this event, but who were the people who were there participating in what you were organizing? Who were the main players, if you will, in the people who were in what you were conducting?
Sure. Well, I think it's important to keep in mind that any movement needs its lower level people. You know, it's important that it's not just the people on top, but it couldn't have been done without the help and support of, you know, 1,000 unique individuals.
1,000 unique individuals.
Wow.
That is one hell of a party you've gathered.
I'm just gonna say this now. With that many people, how can you be sure that your claim is accurate? Because in my thought, I don't really think that stranger things have happened. You know, like how are you sure that it's accurate?
Right. Well, I think we kept very rigorous documentation throughout the whole process. It's in part of my dissertation. You're welcome to cite that. But I would say that overall, it was really just a matter of when you know, and it was apparent that I had really sort of capped off the event.
Sure. I still have a question on, at this point, logistics. How did you physically, and please be as specific as you possibly can.
Yes, please.
Sure.
How did you, over the course of only one weekend, coordinate with all of these people to complete your goal?
Right. Well, it's a little faux pas, but essentially the way it works is one person sort of, enlists, say, 2 or 3 people, who then each enlist another, say, 2 or 3 people. And it sort of, goes down in a process like that until eventually you get the numbers that you do in a very short amount of time.
And did this play a thematic element at any point in your journey?
I think that we had tried, a sort of a theme, but with the number of people, it's really hard to coordinate a theme.
Now, I'm really impressed by what you did, mainly because I thought for this there would have been a critical mass of about 20.
Right. Well, you would think that, but that's, again, it's all about pushing the borders to be not better than the last person, but the best possible. So, you can actually, there are ways to sort of break the caps, so to speak, and really, get to that true maximum that so many people think they are locked away from.
Did you always roll this way, or did you start off smaller?
Well, we all have those times where our luck is not on our side,
Sure.
But at this point, it really is just a matter of technique, so to speak. A lot of people can sort of improve their game to a certain point, but I sort of tried to surpass that to the point where I made it a science, and so that's really why it wasn't luck at that point.
Sure. If I may, could you give us just a quick recounting of story, sort of the once you were completed the sort of narrative that was being told? What were just the rough beats of it?
Yes.
Right. Well, it starts out in a tavern, as it always does.
Okay.
And from there, it was just a couple of people getting together and sort of, laying the groundwork for things to come. We honestly didn't even know what to expect, what we were getting ourselves into. But as things progressed, we decided to enlist more and more help. Problems became bigger and bigger and more significant. And eventually it got to the point where, we killed a dragon.
Just one final question. Were you afraid at any point that once a large portion of the population was done in, that it would just drag on and the story wouldn't be as fulfilling anymore?
Right. Well, it does seem that way, you would think. But I think it's just important that each sort of encounter, so to speak, is unique in its own way. It's memorable. And in that way, it doesn't really, lose a lot of its momentum and you end up continuing on. I think that's why a lot of people sort of stop at around 20 is because, you just kind of hit a wall and you don't know where to go next. But we had the fortune of each one feeling like a completely new experience.
Well, I'm told that this will be continuing next weekend. Would you care to go ahead and pitch or put your plug in?
Sure. Feel free to check out our D&D podcast where I defeat 1,000 more people in a one-on-one combat with my super overpowered character that is way beyond the actual max level.
The definition of perfection, indeed.
Definition of perfection. Thank you so much. We appreciate you having here. Check out the pod. Anyways, back to that economy problem. It's bad.
Feel bad.
Love it.
What?
You were close. You DM'd the perfect game of Dungeons & Dragons. You chose for that to be a 1,000-person game. I don't know if you forgot that you chose that, but yeah.
Maybe that's why it was perfect.
That's why. When you said 1,000, I think all of us collectively went. Whoa there.
I mean, that is the perfect game that can hold that many people. Woo.
Yeah.
This one just says Steve.
Solo down.
Steve, you solo downing about yourself.
Okay. Let me know when we're ready.
You're ready.
Go for it.
All right. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. When you go into a dark labyrinth, It takes a lot more than an 80s synth. It takes someone with lots of gusto. That's why I'm here with my mustachio.
Hey.
Steve is the new character in the sequel to Labyrinth. You heard it here first.
His
Steve's
character's
gonna
name
play-
is the Mustachio.
Yeah. We're gonna CGI in David Bowie's again. Steve's just gonna be the little girl from it who's trying to save her baby brother.
Write it down on the list,
Yeah.
I think I remember way back in our streaming career, you just mentioned something about what you thought the inside of my head was like, and it was just like an MC Escher portrait of people just watching a watching a screening of The Labyrinth.
Yeah, I do remember saying that. It's all the MC Escher people just like collectively having a picnic, watching like a projection of the David Bowie Labyrinth.
Dom, I think you would make a good Goblin King on
Huh?
a remake. I think
Me?
you'd make a good Goblin King.
I think I could play that. I do really well with like right hand characters, kind of like
Supporting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Toonwood says I'm the baby.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, so I have a quick question.
Yes.
How long do like the Pride emotes last? Like, how long are we going to have those before they take them away?
I think forever.
Yeah, it's just
Forever?
a limited time offer.
Okay, so I will forever only have the one half.
You are the definition of forever alone.
It will forever mock me in my emotes.
But then you're just out there like this, looking for someone out there that's like this.
Yeah, I gotta find someone else. Oh God, Mac and Bree's always there to help.
Yeah.
Alex, here you go. Oh, I'm too late.
Oh.
Hey, Scooby Doo.
Look at
Scooby-Doo's
Look at
got
our
it.
chat literally coming together. This is magic.
I have to get something off my chest. The first time we had a hype train on this channel, it was while we were remote, I'm fairly sure. And I didn't know that hype train was a physical mechanic on Twitch. So I thought you guys were just doing a bit and just kept it going. And honestly, I kind of thought it was going too long because you were like, oh, level 4 hype train. And I was level 7 hype train. I don't know. Guys, can we kind of...
Max, always here to call us on our shit, Max. That's what I like about you.
So, wait, so did you just discover tonight with tonight's hype train that it's an actual thing?
No. I think you guys were maybe discussing hype trains, and I thought, so I've seen Cardboard Cowboy's like train thing, and I
Sure.
thought that was more of a metaphorical hype train, and you guys were just kind of playing off that bit. And then at some point, the gears connected. It's like, oh no, it's a literal hype train.
Yeah. I'm glad. Thanks for joining us. Glad you could be
That's
here on stream,
amazing.
Max.
Glad you could be
finally-
here.
Fantastic.
As you know, Cast of 4 with special guest Max every week.
Every week.
Wait, guys, I think we're all wearing a color that's not our own for tonight.
Oh no.
Because I've got yellow, Dan is red, Alex is blue. Dom on my screen is at least like has a dark green
looks
olive
like a green,
colored
yeah.
shirt.
Kind of looks like a dark olive green.
It is a brown. It's very much a brown shirt.
Brown's close to green.
It's probably honestly just an optical illusion of seeing the green screen next to it.
Yeah, colors next to each other change how they look. So looking at stream, yes, that is brown.
Thank you.
Tis brown.
Tis brown, my liege.
Brown, my lord.
Let's go ahead and jump into our next game. Oh, did we show this merch shirt? I don't believe we did.
Which one?
Oh no, we did not.
New merch!
Mark,
All right. Green is not a very creative color. All right, let's go into. Let's go into. I've been watching a lot of Kit Boga this week, and for those of you who don't know, Kit Boga is the best streamer on Twitch. He calls scammers and then does improv. Like that guy's doing some long form improv.
I
Like,
want to do improv
9 hours.
with Kit Boga on a
I
show
know, we
so
have to get
bad.
bigger so that we can do Kit Boga improv. But anyways,
So real
Gotta
quick,
earn our
real quick
due.
aside- real quick aside, while we were
Kit
talking
Boga's
about
amazing.
bonus content, I seriously considered trying to set up and do some tech scam calls. Because I know, because here's the
you
thing,
can do it.
you can't just
Scam
straight
baiting.
up try to do it at home. There's a
No.
lot of tech and back end stuff that you have to set up to keep yourself safe while you're
Gotta
doing
create a
it.
virtual
Like that.
machine, and then
Yeah. The thing is, I know most of that stuff. I could potentially do that stuff.
For
that's
for
what I
why
went to
do you
school-
know that?
That's what I went to school for.
Yeah.
Virtual
Scam
machines
baiting.
and
He's a nerd.
not specifically calling tech scammers, but the setup. You know?
So, Alex, let's add that to the content calendar. Anyways, because I'm down to do it too. Anyways,
it would be fun.
for those of you who don't know, Kit Boga, he calls scammers. So his grandparents got scammed out of a chunk of money a while back. So he took it upon himself to learn the ins and outs of them. And he basically does education things. But he also, it's his goal to waste as many scammers' time as possible. His current record is 36 hours. That's not continuous, but
It's insane.
his current record is 36 hours. I was watching this one guy, Steve, who went on for 10 hours this week, and boy, did Steve get angry at him. But anyways, go check out Kit Boga, and then also let's get big enough one day that we can be on his show too. And now we're gonna move on to our next game, which is Max. Max, why don't you introduce this next game, Max?
So if you guys have your spreadsheets going, mark this week off as another one where I think I failed to do my job to stall us so that we skip Bullshit. Bullshit is a game where you ask us your burning questions that you need to have answered because you just don't know enough about the world. And we, as 5 experts, answer those questions with complete perfection. However, you still have the chance to say whether we are saying fact or whether we are saying fiction. And that is the game of bullshit.
Yep, yes, it is. So for suggestions, this is what I've come up with for you. Ask us a question that you would ask a time traveler, right? Maybe you're vetting the time traveler. Maybe you're convinced that they are a time traveler. Ask us a question that you would ask a time traveler. Could be from the past, could be from the future, could be a time traveler from your own time, which would be the worst type of time traveler to encounter.
Wait,
But
so you're just time traveling sideways?
Yeah, you just time travel sideways. Basically, you're moving in space. Basically, it's a car. So,
What would you say to someone getting out of a car? Is what
yeah,
I'm
what would you
asking.
say to someone getting out of a car? Ask us that question. Yeah.
Oh, while we're waiting, so I found this sketch show on Netflix, and I only watched the first episode, but they opened with a bit where they were in a time machine, except they just sat in there for 16 years, and then they came out, and their friends were like, "You guys, you just aged. You were just sitting in there the whole time." And they were like, "What? No, the guy who sold it to us said it's a real time machine." And the one friend was like, "Are you sure it wasn't a real time machine?"
Yes! Amazing pun.
They went in, and there was a hyphen between time.
That's so good.
I think that's Mr. Show, right?
I think so. I don't remember the name. It was with. There's some pretty well-known actors in there.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
All right. Someone hit me up with a question. I believe I'm first on the
Okay.
docket. Yes.
I'll take it from here.
Thank you, Max. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What is the original flavor of ice cream?
So, for those of you that are familiar with your Kids Next Door lore, the question is, what's the original flavor? It's, what's the missing flavor? See, originally there were 4 flavors, chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, but rumor has it that there's a 4th mysterious flavor. Now, let's review what we know from context given based on the show lore itself. We know that it is a yellow color, which leaves some to believe that it's banana. However, many think that would be too close to the original strawberry. I hypothesize the original flavor is honey. It's a natural sugar additive that would have gone well with early vanilla mixtures.
All right, type 1 or 2, true or false, for what the truth or the false is, chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many hours of my life have been devoted to me trying to figure out what the fourth flavor
Are you
is.
serious?
Oh, I would sit like I remember one time seeing an episode of it, like that episode, and getting out a notebook and just being like, "We can crack this right here. Let's do it."
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so question. Honey is then your legitimate hypothesis, right?
Honey
It's the
is
best-
my legitimate hypothesis.
It is the best conclusion you've come to thus
We
far.
know that it is a flavor that continues to exist to this day because number 5 says, that tastes just like, and then the episode cuts.
Right.
So and we do know that it's like a yellow goldeny color,
Yeah.
which leads me to believe that it might be honey.
So
But
why do we know that it's not banana?
we don't know it's not banana. It's just that I hypothesize that like strawberry ice cream has bits of strawberry in it.
The
Sure.
four
But I
flavors
feel like banana
were,
would too.
The 4 flavors were earth, fire, water,
Yeah.
and air. All right, well,
It was all good
You
until
got,
vanilla attacked.
you got a 75% yeet.
Hey, yo.
So
Hello.
you get to
All
go
right.
again.
You got it. You got to go again. Your next question is, when did the bugs get small?
So the bugs got small when oxygen became more scarce on Earth. A lot of things on Earth used to be bigger, like the dinosaurs. However, there was more plant life because originally it was just algae that was producing oxygen, which allowed there to be an abundance of oxygen on Earth. It was oxygen rich at that point, which allowed all things, bugs and mammals and reptiles alike, to get very large. However, as those forests started to shrink and more creatures started to exist, the potential oxygen shrunk, meaning bugs too got smaller. I might have been talking out of my ass, but I think that's actually correct, or near it.
You can't.
I don't know.
That
More or
gets
less.
to decide now.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not up to me to decide
But-
that.
But is it correct in the show and tell canon? That's what the fans are going to tell us tonight.
I don't know.
Get
IDK.
ready to update the wiki about the history of.
Yeah, Dan, get ready to update that wiki you never
Hey,
finished.
that wiki. That's because I didn't realize. I didn't realize it.
Although, Steve, I'm kind of putting this one on you. You worked for the wiki company. That's kind of on you at that point.
Yeah, but I don't anymore.
Yeah,
I don't
but
do
you did
that
at the
anymore.
time of Dan's failure.
Look, all I'm saying is we need to just put every single one of our episode recordings, except for the lost episode, obviously, on YouTube, and just
Catalog it.
tell that we'll put a link at the end of every video saying there's a wiki. Please update it with whatever happened in this show.
Or we get an intern and make them update the
And their
wiki.
sole job is to go through all of our episodes and update the wiki. I like it.
Unpaid,
I like
right?
it.
Oh, that's what intern means. Don't you
Yes.
speak Latin?
Because otherwise, it's just a job.
Yeah, we're not paying benefits.
All right. You look like you got 2/3
You got it again.
support
Well,
here.
I will yield my time so that lesser academics may attempt
yes.
their PhD.
The
at
pity
this point.
pass. Oh my! All
I
right.
will ask the questions for
Moving on to
You may indeed.
Steve.
You may indeed, Alex.
All right, Steve. Here is your first question. Oh no, wait. Those are already questions that were asked. Hold on. I'm getting to it. Okay. Your first question, Steve, is. Wow. No, those are. Never mind. Okay.
Hosting is so easy, Tom. I could host. Why don't I ever host?
I never said that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they
Okay,
don't know
Steve.
you didn't say that.
Damn it, Steve. Slender. Steve, your question is, who let the dogs out? And a quick aside added to that question, who? All right, begin.
Who indeed let the dogs out? Now, as we can extrapolate from the sentence, it is, as Alex mentioned, there are a bunch of who's after the initial stated question. So from that logic, we can only assume that this would be a being that refers to themselves as who and or where and or says that as their catchphrase. So from my educated hypothesis, it's the owl from the Tootsie Pop commercial.
Such a good answer.
What do you think, chat? Is it Mr. Owl? Did he let the dogs out? Did he let a 1, a 2, a 3 dogs out? That's I just imagine being one of those like ad execs that makes one of those like legendary commercials that they still show to this day. Like, I hope that the guy or person who invented the Jake from State Farm ad is on his yacht right now, just having the grandest time in his life. Or their life.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it.
We got 100% truth coming from chat here.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Steve's just spitting facts. All right.
So I've got a fun anecdote about commercial mascots in between games.
All right. Well, we're not there yet. Let's keep rolling.
All right, your next question. Steve, did we save the whales?
Yes. This one's pretty easy. So whales have stayed in good amount of use for about millions of years because once the first humans dug into the earth to get water out of it, they were able to sustain themselves. So without polluting them, we were actually able to conserve them as a means of getting water from the earth. And what is that picture? What are you showing me right now? That's a fish, isn't it? A what?
Time? Is that time?
I don't believe that's a fish.
Wow.
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 We've all
Well,
learned
there
a
you
lot.
have
today.
it.
Ooh.
Did we
Ooh.
save the whales?
We're still early in the voting process, but it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Scales are tipping faster than dropping a whale.
The
on
fish
them.
scales.
Oh! Stephen coming out of
Coming
fish
out of the
denier.
I'm
I'm a flat
You
fisher.
caught me. I really work for SeaWorld. We've been hoarding all of the whales. We took them all from the wild.
Wait. I need to play in this space for a second. A flat fisher. So, is that's someone who believes that the only fish that actually exists is flounder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they go to a fancy party and they're like, "What do you mean this is a fish ball?"
No. Don't push your salmon in my face. I know damn well that's just the backside of a flounder.
Steve, it don't look too good.
Steve, I
I'm
apologize.
sorry, bud. All right.
Who next?
Moving on to Max.
Serve me another flatfish for
Maximilian.
roasting.
Max
I
is
am
next.
next.
Who's axing Max the questions?
Dan, you can ask questions.
I can, can't I? All right.
Can.
Max. One question been asked for years. Where's my super suit?
This is a fantastic question because it does not only get to the core of what does it mean to be a super, but also how do we use the cultural iconography to inform our sort of clothing in order to represent the fact that we are super. See, being a super is a truly intrinsic process. However, wearing clothing to be able to represent that comes from the way that we show power in our society. Show yourself as powerful and you will be a super.
That reminds me of Amy Cuddy's like power pose TED Talk, which I'm sure many of us have seen, where she's just like, you just have to think you're powerful, and you are. If you put on your super underwear, you'll be super.
I like that.
Just make sure you put them on the outside of your pants.
Yeah.
Or it won't work.
Yeah. If your
Moral of
power's
the
not
story-
visible, it's not real.
Moral of the story is we need a societal shift toward wearing underwear as outerwear.
And outerwear as underwear.
And everything as optional.
Can you imagine,
What? No? What? Just me? All right.
can you imagine a pair of briefs but made out of a parka?
I thought you said mac and briefs, and that was a pun on macaroni and briefs.
Mac and briefs.
Mac new alt account?
Mac and briefs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just want to say, I don't know if chat can hear them or not, or if you guys in the Zoom call can hear them. there are crickets outside that are so loud, and I feel like I've been heckled for like the last hour. Every time I say anything, I'm just waiting. I just hear crickets, and it's so demoralizing.
That sounds difficult.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
Max
don't
and my
hear 'em on
roommates
stream.
are
That's good.
are singing karaoke. If that's any constellation.
Oh, good.
I think I was hearing that too.
Yeah.
Max, it looks like you made it.
Yeah, you got.
Wow,
you
well
got.
done, well
you
done.
just landed a truth bomb, bud. All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
New
Alrighty.
question.
New question. As I talk out loud to stall as I type in the question. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go back up. I think we missed some good ones.
There's some good ones. There's a good one from Toonwit if you're looking for it.
Yeah. Are fingerling potatoes the original fingers?
Okay. See, I've personally done a lot of research into this question. It makes me actually really quite frustrated because this question just represents or just shows a fundamental lack of understanding of what a potato is. Potatoes are not the original fingers. Potatoes are essentially the original stem cells. Potatoes were planted in the ground and eventually gave birth to the entirety of humans. Yes, fingerling potatoes are represented as baby humans, but they're not just fingers, they're everything.
Oh,
They're
wow.
everything.
Is that why kids draw those like potato people before they learn how to draw actual
It's also
people?
Mr. Potato Head. It is essentially
Wow.
a religious icon.
Wow,
why-
it's ingrained into our
It's a
DNA.
Venus statue. Mr. Potato Head is a Venus statue. I'm gonna die on that hill now. That's what I'm gonna make merch of that. No one asked for it, but it's gonna happen now. So
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, 50-50 tie right now.
Oh boy.
You got the room split.
Don't you want to hear the truth?
Maybe they do, Max.
You can't handle the truth.
If we were playing Split the Room right now, I'd be doing pretty well.
Yeah. But that's exactly what we're not doing.
Oh,
We're playing take over as much as the room as you can.
Yeah.
total
We're
room
taking-
domination.
We're playing completely get the room on your side or you lose.
Howdy, partner Don.
Hey, Dan, why are you in the chat?
That's my Apple product version. I'm the
Hi,
Android.
Dan.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hello, Dan.
Heidi Doody.
All right. Right
That's
now,
not
it looks like you got one vote ahead. I'm not gonna hit the finish poll button just in case for a last minute push in that'll make it into.
I'm sorry about
tie.
all these chumps, Don.
Ah man, you
Please don't go.
Yeah, you got it. All right.
All right, ching.
Moving on to me.
To Dan, who's asking Dan questions.
Go for it, Steve.
All right, now I gotta scroll up in chat.
And we're gonna participate in our chat.
Oh,
It
man.
comes here to talk to
Now we
us.
gotta
Oh
do
darn.
our
Oh,
damn
Those questions-
stream.
Just keep spamming a whole bunch of questions so we've got a ton to choose from, chat.
Well, I got one that I don't think has been used yet.
Okay.
Dan, this one comes from Charv. Do snow cones even matter?
So, when you're thinking about snow cones, you have to think about what you value in a snow cone. So, when you have the snow cone, you obviously have the snow, which is the flavored aspect of it. That's the shaved ice. And that's sort of the snow of it. But the cone, I think without the cone, even though you don't necessarily eat it, unless if you have like the waffle kinds, you wouldn't be able to consume the snow without it, you know? So I think it does matter because it is the vehicle that you are then receiving the snow so you can enjoy it.
All right, chat.
All right, chat, vote away.
Give
All
us
right.
your verdict.
Oh, there are some fantastic questions coming into chat.
What's
Please
your
keep them
flavor?
coming,
Tell
just
me
because I
what's
love
your
reading
flavor.
these.
Good think pieces in here.
Good thinking long and hard.
Our chat has such amazing brains.
Yeah.
Just so many amazing brains out there.
John Galt is
One
torn.
half.
Dang, I don't know. Oh, it didn't
Is
count
one half
either
like
of them.
super true?
If you're going on a number line system, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a phenomenal question. I started taking a peek as well, and oh boy.
They're all so good. There's so many great questions.
All right, anybody want to destroy me last minute? Ooh, looks not.
Looks
All right,
like it.
80%.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Well, So that one, I gave you a pretty hard one, so I'll give you a softball one now. If east is east and west is west, what's in the middle?
Good question. Everybody's always been wondering what is in the middle of the compass. So if you have west spelled with the same 3 and east, they have the same 3 letters in them, right? But those extra 4th letters that they each have had to come from somewhere, right? And as you also look at north and south, right? They also they share 3 letters. So you got a W, an A, an N, an R, an S, and a U. You put that all together, and that spells me swamp. That's the middle.
Swamp?
I couldn't think fast enough.
You couldn't think fast enough, and yet you did land on something.
I did.
Swamp.
Yo, I've made the most cursed merch shirt of all time.
Oh no, I can't wait. Wait,
It's
save it for the end
so
of the
bad.
Oh no! Oh, it's the worst thing
Oh hot
ever.
damn! All right, I'm just going to take this L as I know it is coming, and I will silently think about what the real word is when I scramble those letters together. All right, moving on to Alexo.
That's not
A
me,
different
that's
person.
someone in our chat.
Ah, God
We're
damn
gonna have our
it!
first call-in person. Alexa, welcome to the stream.
I'll ask questions, Alex.
Okay.
Are Medusa's legs and armpit hairs also snakes?
Okay, so this has been heavily debated amongst historians of whether or not they believe that this is true. The fact of the matter is, leg and armpit hair is actually quite different from head hair, and so it's reasonable to conclude that that hair is actually worms instead of snakes. Now, some people have interpreted the translation to be worms as in W-Y-R-M-S, in which case they would be very similar to worms. However, I believe it's more similar to an earthworm, but with scales instead of pink and fleshy.
Very interesting.
But is it correct?
But is it the truth?
Only one way to know. Only one way to know, and that's by you, chat.
You, chat, have the power.
Yes, Hoedown, that's right. This is not Drexel, although it does look a lot like it.
It's true. I guess any soulless cinder brick building would would take on that vibe.
Yeah.
With that gross yellowish tan beige that so many walls are painted in for no reason.
Because it's cheap and industrial. Well, you're looking pretty good, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, you got
Hey, AJ's here. Welcome.
1%. Hey, AJ, what up?
What up?
All right, you're passing. You're moving on to the sophomore
Right,
year.
Erroneous!
Erroneous, good to see you.
Erroneous!
Welcome.
All right, Alex.
Just in time, I'm answering very important questions from the chat.
Alex, here's the question.
Yes.
People always ask, what is lava? But my question for you is, why is lava?
Question. Well, you see, without lava, what is the Earth truly? I mean, when you think about it, sure, we've got the crust, which is such a small percentage, but there is so much magma under there. And we don't really care about what happens underneath the crust unless it comes to the surface. Magma that comes to the surface is lava. So, in a way, lava is the most important part of the Earth. It is not only the important bits that makes up the majority of what the Earth consists of, but it's also in the point of where we see it. We know what it is. That's why lava.
That is why lava. Also, as a side note, I did figure out what the middle of the compass is. It is pronounced Runsaw.
Ah.
That's actually a thing.
Yeah, it's the run
No,
song.
it's the rose. It's your compass
think-
rose is the middle
I think
letter.
that's just
it's-
generally the compass.
The whole thing?
It's
put on
the
maps,
run
yeah.
saw because it takes all the letters that are not shared with the opposite and puts it into
Oh, okay.
something. In
And how could I argue such phenomenal truths?
Exactly.
You know, that's not bad. I gotta say, that's not bad. The reasoning, you have me there. You know what? I give you a 1 on that one.
Yeah!
Well, Alex, I think you passed, and
Yes.
I think we'll call it there for today's lecture. Now, if you would like to take a trip over to the art gallery, I have the most cursed of merchants.
Oh
It's
no.
really bad,
Oh,
you guys.
no.
That's the worst.
Oh no!
Tell me, would you buy?
Oh my
No!
Would you buy? Mr. Potato Head is a Venus?
It's just the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are we playing Heart of the Cards right now?
Yes, somebody screenshot this and submit it as a Heart of the Cards card in our Discord.
He has
Absolutely.
2 crotches. I can't. He's covering one, but then there's just one exposed below.
Dan, as modern media has shown us, one of the most attractive features on someone is a thigh gap.
True.
And what better, more attractive person than Venus herself to have 2 thigh gaps?
Okay, I don't even
Otherworldly.
think Mr. Potato has thighs. If anything, it's just
Body
a foot
shame.
gap.
Let's go ahead and jump into our next game. We're gonna play another round of Judge, Judy, Executioner, but this time the roles are swippy swappy. Whoa.
The roles were swapped.
Yep. So get ready. Figure out what you're doing.
I have a
So,
job.
as you know, much of this show is made possible by viewers like you. But you did this one ahead of time. We pulled your images and have submitted them to the court to solve a most heinous of crimes. It'll be up to our defendant Max to prove their innocence. But more so, it'll be up to Alex, the prosecution, to prove their guilt. They have to do it beyond reasonable doubt, and that is decided by you, the lovely folks at home. You are the jury member, so listen with an honest and open heart. You'll be presided over by the Honorable Judge Dan, who has presided exactly 1 case before this. And before we go ahead and get started and figure out what our crime is, what's something really annoying that a roommate might do? What's something that a roommate would do that's something real petty or just real obnoxious or just super strange that would just bug the crap out of you? That's kind of the level that we're looking for right now. So go ahead and give us that. Udan, I know you've got a lot to work with in particular.
Oh no.
Leave a fish.
While you guys are submitting your roommate annoyances, your roommate grievances, if you will, if you aren't already, join our Discord because that's where we got the evidence in this game. People in our Discord have submitted pictures that we will be using as evidence
Yeah.
in this game.
They all committed crimes and then sent us pictures of those crimes.
Exactly. They committed crimes and then sent pictures of their crimes.
I won't spoil too much, but I know I promised there's things we're working on for other streams. There is going to be a stream where all we do is commit crimes. And I'm not going to go into it, but we're going to commit crimes later.
Yeah, we're gonna
in a
be-
future game.
We have planned a crime stream, yes.
We're going to do a crime stream. So if that doesn't keep you excited, I don't
Dial
know.
9-1 on the
as a
phone and get ready to enjoy.
Get ready to enjoy the rest.
I really hope for everyone, for our viewers' sake, that some of these things did not actually happen.
Yeah. I know Bath Salt's roommate did happen. That's the part that scares me the most.
Right.
Wait, so I read garters everywhere as gators everywhere. Which is
Steve, why not both?
So, roommate, I was at the pet store and, well, they had a special.
Oh, Crabstar.
Oh, we got it.
Cheese future streams Hoedown.
Oh,
Alrighty.
wow.
Wait,
We'll do
okay,
it.
so we each need to tease a different stream.
Yeah, and we're not
Yeah.
gonna know what happens until the next person before us goes.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I'm in the safe
Should
house now.
we hold this until after the game, or should we do it before the game?
We'll do it before the game because we've
Okay.
got time.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. If you wanna be a super cool nerd, it's really fun. Come on and join the herd. It'll be fun, and there will be some cards. That's all I'm gonna say, so don't think too hard.
Oh, da 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 da. We got lots of things to do on stream, and lots of them are gonna be pretty keen. One of which Dan just said, and now I try and have to think of one in my head.
If you're excited, then come and join the stream. We have got a lot of ideas on this team. There's something funny that'll put you all to shame. I won't say too much, but it's a dating game.
Oh, da 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 da. If you want to come on this stream and pass the time, you can come and check out all our crime. I won't say more for legal reasons, but truth be told, it'll probably be less than treason.
Oh, da 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 da. If you like a story, then follow me. It'll have some puzzles and cryptography.
Ooh.
We're gonna learn about a new world, but that's for another time. Place where you hurl.
A place where
where
you
we
hurl.
Remember,
I was going and it just.
that's okay. We'll get him in the next one. Thanks for we'll redeem ourselves.
Those
in
are
the next
all
one.
real things.
Hopefully,
man.
none of you have any idea what we're planning.
Yep.
That's why we
All right.
threw it, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, we were bad on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's get to this court case, huh? What did our
Yeah. What
is
did
our-
Max
our-
may or may not have done, innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Max ate all the food out of the care package, the roommate's care package. May or may not have eaten all the food in the care package.
Allegedly.
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 Let me know when we're good, Dan. Oh wait, you're gonna.
Are we
right,
ready?
You're the judge. Never mind. Yep.
All right, let's do it. All right, order in the court. I want everyone to calm down right now. This is my courtroom, and I say what happens. Now, look, we got to get through this quick because I left my oven on at home. Now, apparently, the defendant here is going to be standing trial as witness against the prosecution for the alleged crime of eating all the food out of their roommate's care package. I know even the thought of it just makes me want to hurl. So anyway, we're just going to be going off and finishing up this case so that way I can really get back home. All right, prosecution, you have the floor.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, and those who identify as something other than ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to ask you this. What is at the very base of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? That's right, it's food. Food is one of the most important things that we as humans need to have. Defendant, are you trying to say something?
Yeah, defendant, you can speak.
Yeah, sorry. I don't want to break up your flow, but actually the first level is actually shelter.
I thought food was also on that level.
No, you're completely wrong, prosecution.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
well,
I'm sorry.
Anyways, the bottom of the pyramid. God damn, my flow is gone.
It's all right. You want me to introduce the case
Shelter
again?
is also very important because as roommates, you are both living under the same shelter, and above shelter is food, and food is also extremely important. So, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else of the jury, I stand here in the hopes to convince you, nay, prove to you, that it is in fact true that the most heinous crime of taking away someone else's necessity, food that did not belong to them, that belonged to someone who they thought they could trust, their roommate, took that food and ate it for themselves. And that is what our defendant stands accused of. Now, I have laid out a series of pieces of evidence, and I would like to share with you Exhibit A. Admit 1, and what's that underneath the ticket? It's popcorn. As we all know, popcorn is something that is regularly shared around households or often eaten during, say, group roommate movie nights. But one thing is for certain, and that is that without express consent of eating another roommate's popcorn, it is essentially stealing that popcorn from the roommate. Now, what we have here is an example of some of that popcorn at the scene of the crime. As you can see, there are 2 movie tickets showing that the defendant and their roommate did not go to the movies, but instead the popcorn was eaten at home. Well, now, defendant, I believe that it is extremely unlawful to eat the popcorn of another person in their own home without even seeing the movie. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is it not possible that eating popcorn while not watching TV is just gluttonous at its worst? I think so. I think it's extremely gluttonous, and that is not only a sin, but against the laws of this great land. Moving on to exhibit.
If I may, you said earlier that there wasn't an explicit permission given, but as we've stated in the opening statements, me and my roommate did have somewhat of a grounds of some food is okay to have as shared, and this is what I thought. A popcorn, it's meant for sharing, which is why I had some popcorn.
So you admit to eating the popcorn without permission?
There was not explicit consent, but what we said before was that we are allowed to share some shareable foods. I believed that popcorn was a shareable food.
Well, that sounds like confession to me. Need I go on? I will anyways. Exhibit B. Now, as you can see here, we have the roommate's cat. Defendant, what is the name of this creature?
That's Mr. Plonkers.
Mr. Plonkers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and those who identify as neither of those two of the jury, what would you say is sort of a...
Sorry, I don't want to break up your flow again. You can just say distinguished guests.
They are not guests. They are serving this great nation in the most integral part of what makes our society function. They are not guests.
Distinguished jurors?
I kind of like distinguished jurors. Yeah,
I like distinguished jurors. That makes sense.
We can all agree on that. We're all good.
Yeah.
Okay, moving forward,
okay, cool.
I will stick with that. That makes sense to me.
It's just to help your flow.
Yeah, for sure.
Distinguished jurors. What would you say is the defining feature of Mr. Plonks, was it?
Plonkers.
Mr. Plonkers. Now, some might say it's the orange color or the interesting horizontal striping that Mr. Plonkers has. Some might even say that Mr. Plonkers is, as they say, making it rain. But no, I would say the most distinguishing feature of this cat is its weight. Now, I am not shaming Mr. Plonkers in any way, but I would like to point out the fact that Mr. Plonkers is, well, let's say, affluently healthy. It is not unreasonable to assume that Mr. Plonkers eats quite well. Now, I would like to posit the idea that perhaps Mr. Plonkers didn't eat quite as well because his food was taken. Now, what evidence have we of this? Is it perhaps the painting next to Mr. Plonkers? Clearly depicting Mr. Plonkers as some kind of, well, goddess, so to speak. No, I would say it's the compensation left at Mr. Plonkers' feet. Yes, it seems there's evidence of guilt, perhaps, of a deed done not only to the roommates, but to Mr. Plonkers, who is, I remind you, distinguished jurors, also a roommate living under that roof. Defendant, is it not true that after you stole that food from the care package, you felt guilty about it and decided to compensate Mr. Plonkers for his loss by giving him money?
Well, so, see, Mr. Plonkers, as a living creature in our household, needs all of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs to be met. He is given shelter, and he's also given food. I swear of it. It's just he's a common responsibility, and common responsibility means that some goods are shared. We have shared responsibilities and shared goods. I did not necessarily wrongfully steal food from my roommate or Mr. Plonkers because we share responsibilities in providing each other's needs.
Tell me, defendant, if I were to rob a convenience store and then after the fact walk in and give them $20, have I no longer committed that crime?
I mean, if you consider social contract theory, the three of us signed a contract verbally when we started. You didn't enter any sort of contract with the store owner other than that of you are their patron.
Yes, a verbal contract. Well, it's interesting you bring up that verbal contract so much, because I would like to point to evidence number 3. That's right. That right there is evidence of a contract being broken.
No!
Defendant, is this a sign outside of your house, yes or no?
Yes!
That's right. This picture was taken just outside of the defendant's house. And is it not true, defendant, that this very sign explicitly depicts the fact that there should not be a bird standing anywhere near that sign in the exact position that bird is taken?
Yes!
So, are you then saying that in the area of your household and its surrounding street, including the area with this sign, that contracts are continually broken in a way unlawful to this state?
Yeah, Mr. Plonkers ate the bird. I'm sorry.
Whoa, order. All right, everyone calm down.
Well, distinguished jurors, I don't think I have anything left to bring to the table. It seems that our defendant admits to eating the food. Not only that, but they claim to be in a social contract established in an area well known and documented to break contracts. So, ladies and gentlemen and distinguished jurors, I ask you this. Is it possible that the defendant entered this contract knowing damn well that they were planning on breaking it? I think yes. But you're the ones delivering the punishment today.
If I may, while we share certainly the lowest rungs of Maslow's hierarchy, shelter, I like to think that myself, my roommate, and Mr. Plonkers also share responsibility for the highest rung of Maslow's hierarchy. Emotional support and stability. That's what we give to each other. And that is what I found and what I needed in that moment when I ate from the care package. I needed care. And that is the contract that we signed into. I don't believe I broke anything, but it doesn't really matter what I believe.
All right, keep yourself together. Now, as I said, I do have to get home to my possibly burnt down house, so jury, you do need to vote now more than ever. Please, in your voting devices, you can type in 1 to proclaim them as guilty, or type 2 for not guilty. Again, that is 1 for guilty and 2 for not guilty. And we will silently wait and just look into each other's eyes and think of what we've all done.
If I may, Your Honor.
Oh, sorry, jury member number 3, yes.
Just to clarify the room a little bit, it explains some things that may have gotten muddled throughout the case. I have pulled up a copy of the actual hierarchy of needs. The lowest level is physiological, which includes both food, water, and warmth and rest, which is shelter, as well as nutrients. The second level being safety needs. Arguably, some could put shelter here, but it is debatable which of the two. Also, what was claimed to be the highest level, emotions shared among individuals, is actually the third level of belongingness and loved ones, which is intimate relationship and friends. Moving after that is where we start to get to the top levels, which are esteem needs, meaning accomplishment. And finally, self-actualization, one's ability to be confident in themselves. That's just science.
Jury member number 3, thank you for going off in my courtroom. But again,
no problem.
My house is probably burning, so let's look.
Apologies, Your Honor.
Yeah, it
Thank
was
you,
my
juror
fault.
number 3. Thank you.
I'm forgetful. Anyway, going back to the case. It looks like all of our jurors have gotten their votes in, as I... yes. Is this really what you want, jury?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. I have to check with you now, because if I say anything, I could be wrong. Okay, the jury has declared that they find the defendant guilty of all charges. The sentence of immediately being consumed by a large cat will be commenced tomorrow, as we only thought that it was fair and poetic. So please take them away, and I do need to go. So we're good here? Everyone's cool?
Yeah, justice has been served.
Okay, cool. All right. Honey, I'm coming.
Wow. Is that our first guilty conviction on stream?
I think so.
I think it's the second.
Dang.
I think we've had one before.
Well, there was one. The last one we did, I was the defendant, and I was not guilty.
Correct.
Because
hashtag
tiny butt or small butt or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Because I'm a small butt boy.
Small butt boy.
Small butt.
Small butt.
We did it. Did we only play it one other? I feel like we've played it at least 2 other times.
Well, yeah.
I've been
And
in
Steve, you were the
twice
defendant both times, right?
Yeah, I genuinely don't remember. I think I
Steve,
have been not guilty
Well,
because I do this thing where I am not guilty of the crime.
You do confess to
You're
worse
guilty
crimes.
of something
Yeah.
much worse.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
remember.
you know, the classic, a worse wrong makes your smaller wrong right.
just to take a quick peek look into the actor's mind. Dan,
Yeah.
was the oven on or no?
You know, you'll have to come back next week to
Oh!
find out.
This has been 60 minutes. Thank you. No. That's haunting, y'all. We're probably gonna end stream there, but before we do, we'll go out on a hoedown. So I've prepared a fun question for you. What inspires you to get out of bed in the morning? Tell us what inspires you to get out of the bed in the morning, and we'll sing a nice song about that. We're gonna end on a real
Was it bad?
positive note.
Was it bad that my first answer was the thought of getting back in bed at night?
That's horrifying on a whole different level, Dan.
That is some existential terror right there.
Yep. Alex, I'll let you call this shot. Whenever you see one that strikes your fancy, we'll pick it up from there.
Well, we instantly got 3 food answers.
All right, something that you don't eat.
You can eat
Another
money, crap
food.
style.
Eating cash? What?
You ever heard of chocolate coins?
Chocolate coin.
You ever hear of chocolate coins?
Oh man.
Hoedown, is it actually 157? Like, is that the legit?
That maths
count?
out pretty well. It's been 5 months.
Okay, I like uh-ohs. I like uh-ohs. The reason that I get out of bed in the morning is because I gotta pee.
Yep. All right.
So we're going to sing a hoedown about needing to pee.
All right.
Alrighty.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I am in the car going on a trip. It's really fun, but then I feel a drip. What could it be? I hope it's not urine. Oh, it isn't. I guess that's a win.
While we may be stuck inside of this Zoom frame, there are some things that we cannot game. There are many things that for a long time you haven't seen. One type in such a game is the game No P.
I really like soda. I like it for the fizz, but I drink too much. It makes me wanna whiz. My blue bladder is going full throttle. At least the thing about soda is it comes with its own bottle.
Hey, when there's a letter missing from the alphabet, that's when you start to fret. Because when you get to LMNOP, it reminds you that you really gotta go wee.
Hey, in the morning, my dogs like to wake me. It's really crazy because they have to pee. They go in the backyard and bark all day, so I have to go and chase them all away.
Oh,
Chase them all away. Tom, I
No.
deadass thought you were gonna say
I know we're
shit.
better than this.
Oh,
We're gonna do another hoedown because
I
we're
need
better
to
than
explain
that.
myself. I thought of bottle and throttle, and then Dom said it immediately before
Whoa,
me. It completely threw me
whoa!
off. So I panicked and had nothing.
All right.
Good.
Are we
We're gonna
going-
do another one.
same
We're
topic?
doing it again. No, different topic. Different
Oh.
topic.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna
Dom,
say-
you're so much bigger than the rest of us because you're closer to your camera.
You know what? We're dealer's choice. You can sing about whatever you want. You just better. Oh no, they're picking things.
They picking things. We're gonna
Yeah,
be here
this
for
is a song-
hours.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this till it goes well. I'm not leaving. The bell doesn't dismiss class. I dismiss class. We're gonna sing a song about pro wrestling. We're singing a song about pro wrestling.
All right, here we go.
So make it a good one.
Da da
Dan?
da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to wrestle. It seemed fun to get all those muscles. It'd be really cool to throw someone against the ropes, but I didn't realize that I had to do some dope.
Oh, we are all just trying to have a nice time, but Dom was not impressed by our rhymes.
Nope.
So now he's making us go again until he's impressed. And if we don't do it, we're gonna get suplexed.
I was too busy judging, didn't think of my own. Now I'm really stuck. It's saying that I am boned. I'll have to go to top rope and hit it from up high. Cause if I do not, after the stream I'll cry.
Hey, ooh yeah, brother, it's gonna get real. I am gonna make you feel a whole lot of pain coming from the top rope. And that's right, you better beware, you dope.
Hey, anyone remember Lucha Libre? It was a real good show back in the heyday, and in it there was a lot about Amina, but it's okay because it's just John Cena.
Hey,
It's
Just John Cena.
See, I know we can be good at that game. We just take some
Yeah.
little oomph sometimes. You gotta little put a little gas in the brake, right?
Hell yeah,
brains
brother.
Alex, when you came out full on just that, I was like, oh boy.
I can't not. I can't. If I'm going in wrestling, I'm going in Macho Man.
Exactly. Exactly. It's because you're a real savage individual.
Love it.
Thank you all. Thank you all. I know we went in overtime, but I think it's important that we leave you all off on a good note.
Well, that's because the improv ended in a tie, so we had to go into overtime.
That's true. That's true. Whenever your improv ends in a tie, you gotta do what you gotta do. Alrighty. I'm just
Hoedowns
taking...
are my favorite treat. Well, that explains why you keep force feeding them to us. Macho.
Oh man.
I'm kidding. We love it.
We love it. Thank you, Mac and Bree, for everything you've done for us tonight and every other night, and including
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
Yeah.
Honestly, chat was on fire tonight. We could this show was great. I really had a good time, and I think it was all because of the likes of you.
Alrighty.
You.
Look at the lights.
The likes of you.
Yes, you. Yeah, you. That's right. It's because of you we had such a good show.
You happy with what you've done? Oh man.
I'm gonna make sure you understand just how much I appreciate you.
I'm gonna compliment you. I'm gonna praise you.
Oh, thank you, Mac and Bree, for that gift sub to Char.
Oh,
Thanks for the
thanks,
gift
Mac and
sub.
Bree. As
Amazing.
always.
Is this how we end every stream?
No, chat. We're gonna raid.
Who we rate?
I'm gonna try and continue my what is it becoming apparent thing of just rating the most interesting streamer I can find for you.
Oh, interesting.
You mean the Russian roulette of raids?
Yes, the Russian roulette of raids could go well, could go terrible, but chat,
Could be very bad.
we're along for the ride. This could be another one where they don't even acknowledge us when we get there. But we're gonna find out what happens. Either way, let's be on our best behavior. Show them some love.
Show them lots of brickos in chat.
Lots of brickos. I know you all have them. Macaroni and Brie made sure of that. Just thank you all so much again for everything you did tonight. I can't express how much kindness there is, and you are the part of it that makes it worth it. So come back Tuesday, come back Friday, hang out in the Discord. We'll see you there. Let's go raid a very interesting stream. Max, what do we do to end every stream?
We do our best Macho Man Randy Savage impersonation at the end of every.
We have to. Every single stream.
Every single
Nothing new there. All right.
That's right, brother. We're gonna go raid Lyle forever.
Get all the people together and get them all up on the road. And then we're gonna get in the chair and we're gonna raid.
I'm gonna take this stream and I'm gonna take it to another level.